Just a few months after starring in the hit summer classic Oppenheimer, Tyler Glasnow is taking his talents back to LA, only this time he's not acting. He's pitching for the Dodgers. Okay, all jokes aside, we know that image was AI generated. He is not Cillian Murphy, but Glasnow, we pretty much predicted that he was going to be a Dodger. This is not a huge surprise, but you know what is a huge surprise? The Royals, they might be having a top 3 offseason. They are killing it right now. Now, before we break down what the Royals have done and also the Glasnow trade, I do want to give you guys an update on Shohei Ohtani's first ever appearance in that Dodger blue uniform. This press conference, it was surreal. So many media members were in attendance that there was a line for it. You needed a fast pass to get into Dodger Stadium. Now, after the press conference, Shohei Ohtani's agent was asked a few questions, including if they had contact with the Angels, and it came out that the Angels were one of the last teams, if not the last team, to talk with Shohei Ohtani before Ohtani left for the Dodgers. The Angels had every opportunity, and Arte Moreno, the owner of the Angels, said no. He had the exact same offer on the table that Ohtani gave the Dodgers, and Moreno, the same guy who refused to trade Ohtani for some prospects and some players, is now losing him for nothing when they had the same offer. They could have had a cheap Ohtani with a prime Mike Trout, and instead, he's going to the crosstown rivals. Arte Moreno is the guy that you should blame. Arte Moreno is the guy that you should boo, and in my opinion, Moreno, he should sell the team. Now, before we talk about another new Dodger in the trade for Tyler Glasnow, Max Scherzer, a former Dodger, he's going to be missing the first half of 2024 due to surgery on a herniated disc in his back. He looked a little weird to end the season. Now, obviously, he's a World Series champion. It worked out for the Rangers. But yeah, he did not look like prime Max Scherzer. Maybe that's because of back issues. And as it turns out, he had a herniated disc. He'll be back at the All-Star break, just like Jacob deGrom will be. And now it makes a ton of sense why the Rangers gave Tyler Mahle a 2-year contract. And if you guys don't remember, Tyler Mahle from 2020 to 2021, he was very good. Now, the ERA, it was a little bit inflated. It was 3.72, but he had a 10.7 strikeouts per 9, and that's because he's got nasty stuff. He had 270 strikeouts in 220 innings. Then he got traded to the Twins in one of the worst trades of the last decade. The Reds, they picked up kind of star rookie Spencer Steer. They got Steven Hajar, who they traded for other star rookie Will Benson. And also they got Christian Encarnacion Strand, their first baseman or DH of the future. The Reds won this trade in a landslide, and I kind of feel bad for the Twins because they're losing everyone. Sonny Gray, Kenta Maeda, Tyler Mahle, they might stink in 2024, honestly. And that's why I think the Royals are pushing all the buttons right now. They picked up Michael Wacha, but we'll talk about that in a second. Right now, we have to talk about the breaking trade. It actually happened. The Dodgers, they've acquired right-handed pitcher Tyler Glasnow and outfielder Manuel Margot in exchange for the Dodgers youngsters and Ryan Pepiot and outfielder Jonny DeLuca. By the way, Jonny DeLuca, that kid can fly. He's top 3% in sprint speed. Now, the only way this trade was going to be made official is if Tyler Glasnow signed an extension. He got 5 years, $135 million. I think that's $27 million over the next 5 years. That's a lot of money for a guy who hasn't played a lot. A lot of Dodgers fans are kind of scratching their head right now because they believe that Ryan Pepiot can be just as effective as Tyler Glasnow, not in terms of the strikeout stuff, because Pepiot, he's more known for his command. He almost seems like a potential right-handed version of Cliff Lee, because if you guys don't remember, Cliff Lee back in the day, that dude walked no one, and Ryan Pepiot, he almost has the same skill set where he's going to pinpoint his location and try and miss barrels. He only played in 8 games last year, but he had a 2.14 ERA. He had some of the best extension in baseball. He was one of the better pitchers in baseball in the limited action that he had in terms of not walking guys. Again, Ryan Pepiot, he could be really good, and he could actually get even better in that Rays witchcraft voodoo system that they call their pitching staff. So Dodgers fans are kind of thinking, yeah, we got Tyler Glasnow, but for a lot of money, and we had to trade Ryan Pepiot, so we still need pitchers. We still need Yamamoto. The Rays also got 25-year-old outfielder Jonny DeLuca, and like I mentioned, this dude can fly. And in the minors, he showed some pop as well. In 2022, he had 25 home runs. In 2023, it did dip to 17 home runs, but he hit 306 in AAA, and again, the kid can absolutely fly. The last time that the Rays picked up a former Dodger outfielder, it was Luke Raley, and that dude played out of his mind in 2023. I think he had 19 home runs, 14 stolen bases, a near 130 OPS plus, but that's what the Rays always do. They take young prospects or young underperforming players and they turn them into stars. And I feel like the same is about to happen with both Jonny DeLuca and Ryan Pepiot, because the peripherals, kind of their underlining skills, it's perfect for what the Rays do. We all know what Tyler Glasnow brings to the table when he's healthy. The operative words, when he's healthy, he is one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's 6'8". He throws a bajillion. He had 162 strikeouts and only 120 innings last year. He started in 21 games, which is actually a great sign considering in the last 2 seasons combined, I think he started in 25 games. So hopefully he's going to be healthy. Again, Tyler Glasnow, when he's right, and everything is going to plan, he could win a Cy Young. Easy. He could win 2 Cy Youngs over the next 5 years. He's that talented. Manuel Margot is the other guy going back to the Dodgers, and one thing I do want to note, this dude was terrible in Tropicana. He hit .219 with a 59 OPS plus, and on the road, as a member of the Rays, this dude had a .303 batting average and a 114 OPS plus, so he just could not hit in Tropicana Field. Maybe he's going to be a brand new hitter away from there. You never know. I mean, the stats show it. So I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Even though the Dodgers picked up Tyler Glasnow because they had to give up a young potential stud in Ryan Pepiot, I mean, they're better, but it doesn't make them World Series contenders in my opinion. I still would take the Braves or the Phillies. They're better on paper, despite getting Glasnow and Ohtani. That might be a hot take. A lot of people might not like that, but I think Dodgers fans will even tell you, hey, we cannot be done yet. Because Kershaw is injured and Gonsolin might not be back, Bobby Miller, Walker Buehler, and Tyler Glasnow, yes, on paper, that's pretty good, but we need some 4 or 5 starters because Pepiot, he's gone now. But everything can be fixed by 1 or 2 more moves. If they can grab a Yamamoto or a Blake Snell, yeah, the Dodgers might be my World Series favorites. Can I just give a golf clap to what the Kansas City Royals have done in the offseason? They've spent close to $105 million in total combined money in this offseason alone. And as a fan of a small market team like the Guardians, even though we're in the same division, I am pumped up as a baseball fan. I am so sick of these teams crying poor, and I'm going to tip my cap to the Royals for trying to turn the corner and actually not accept mediocrity. They picked up Seth Lugo last week, and then a couple days later, they picked up Michael Wacha. So in the span of a few months, they have completely retooled their rotation. They got Cole Reagans and the Aroldis Chapman trade. He looks disgusting. They picked up Seth Lugo and Michael Wacha. Michael Wacha was really good in 2023 in 24 starts. This guy had a 3.2 ERA and a near 8.5 strikeouts per 9. The FIP was really good at 3.89, and the year before that for the Red Sox, Michael Wacha had a 3.3 ERA. So his FIP isn't going to be the best because he doesn't strike out, 11 guys per 9 like a Tyler Glasnow, but he does not allow a ton of home runs, and he doesn't walk a ton of guys, and that's kind of his best skill set. So he's kind of a pitch to contact guy, but now that they have Seth Lugo, Michael Wacha, and Cole Reagans as the first 3 guys in that rotation with a Brady Singer who was terrible. He regressed so much in 2023, but maybe that's because he felt the pressure of having to be an ace. Maybe he wasn't ready for that. Now that he's a 4 starter, maybe he actually comes to fruition and he can turn into a really good pitcher like we thought Brady Singer could be. The Royals were not done. They also gave Hunter Renfroe a 2-year contract. Now, I don't exactly know where he's going to play all the time because I like Drew Waters. I really like what I saw from Nelson Velasquez to end the season. Is Hunter Renfroe going to be a platoon guy? Maybe, because Renfroe, he demolishes lefties and he has a cannon for an arm. That's about it. But shout out to the Royals for actually capitalizing on Bobby Witt Jr.'s breakout season. Vinny Pasquantino is coming back healthy. They got Cole Reagans. And because the Twins have regressed and the Guardians aren't doing anything, the Tigers, they picked up Jack Flaherty. I forgot to mention that. Jack Flaherty, he signed a 1-year contract worth $14 million with the Tigers. If that doesn't prove that you should try and be a professional baseball player, I don't know what will, because Jack Flaherty has been batting practice for like 2 years now. He's been terrible, but he's probably a nice guy. I hate saying that. I don't know. He hasn't been very good. I don't know if he's worth $14 million. A lot of people are saying that the Royals and the Tigers, they're simply signing these guys so they can flip them at the deadline, kind of what they've done their entire last 5 years with the Aroldis Chapman, guys like that. But in my opinion, the AL Central, it's not very strong. The Tigers and the Royals, they could win the Central. I legitimately think they're going for it. And then last but not least, Rowdy Tellez, who stunk it up in 2023. He had an 82 OPS plus just the season after hitting 35 home runs with a 113 OPS plus. He is going to the Pirates on a 1-year deal. Not a bad deal. That's the most Pirates contract I've ever seen. So that does it for today's recap. We talked about a lot today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do me a favor if you enjoyed, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Also, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek as well as Underdog Fantasy. And yeah, have a great day.